If you're a LEGO fan and you haven't been to the LEGO house yet, then you gotta watch this video. So in today's video, I just want to take this opportunity to share with you my experience of going into the LEGO house in Billund, Denmark. I actually just went there this summer, and I know for a fact, if you're a LEGO fan, definitely this is going to be in your bucket list. So I said I need to make this video at least to give you a heads up on what to expect if you go there down the line. So without further ado, let's dive into it. So last summer, we decided to make a road trip from Belgium all the way to Denmark, which was around about 9.5 hours. And the reason for it? To see LEGOLAND, LEGO house, and visit the hometown of LEGO, which is Billund. And when you get to Billund, actually, you get a feeling that most of the city is connected to LEGO. Everyone works in LEGO, for example. And as you can see here, this is the outside facade of the LEGO house. And you will see the big red, blue, and yellow blocks of LEGO. First thing that you notice once you enter the LEGO house is really LEGO's intention of making sure that each and every visitor stays safe when it comes to COVID. As you can see, there's signs immediately in making sure that people take the necessary precautions to make sure that there's specific distancing between each other. So if that's something that you're considering for you and your family, especially before going to the LEGO house, don't worry, LEGO has that covered already. If you didn't know, the LEGO house also has its own LEGO store. And one thing that makes it special compared to other LEGO stores, they sell exclusive sets. Case in point here, the wooden duck, which is a limited edition set, for example. Right after you visit the LEGO store, the next thing that you're gonna see is the main entrance into the LEGO house. But the most important part where you need to go to right away is the check-in station, because there you're gonna get your wristbands, which you will need to enter the LEGO house. But then before that, you're also gonna have a chance to have a photo session with yourself or with family, for example, if you would want to. As soon as you officially enter the LEGO house, one thing that you'll immediately notice is right beside the entrance is there's a small production line of red LEGO bricks. And I was kind of curious what it was for. I was thinking maybe it was just to, show the visitors how LEGO bricks were made, because you could really see LEGO bricks going from one production line to the next, and then at the end you'll see the finished product with the LEGO bricks inside the plastic bags already. So it really gave you a full idea of, for example, of how it looked like in the beginning and how it looked like as a finished product. Right beside it is a monitor where you could get a LEGO card or ID by swiping the barcode of the wristband that you're wearing, and it will actually generate a combination of bricks that's unique to you alone. As you can see here on the screen, the monitor is actually choosing a random combination for me, and shortly you'll see my ID would be completed, including the combination that's only unique to myself alone. And this is when I realized that the mini LEGO brick factory that we saw earlier was made exactly for visitors to make sure that when they get their LEGO cards, they're able to build the red brick combinations that they get. The next part of the LEGO house that I went to was the official LEGO house museum, and in my opinion, that was my favorite spot there. That was the most interesting part for me because it really gave you a lot of information about LEGO's history. It showed you the sets that they had in the past, and comparing it with the sets that they have now, you'll basically see their whole collection of sets from the past until now, which is really interesting. So here you're going to get to see the different sets that LEGO had in the 50s and 60s. There's even some sets that are still made in wood, for example. So it's really quite interesting to see all this history. Now, this one here is my favorite part in the whole LEGO museum, really. And if someone were to ask me what would be my dream LEGO setup, this would be exactly what I would imagine, basically. Here, LEGO separated the sets that they have per decade that they were in business, for example. So you really saw all the sets that they had from the past until now. And they even had portions there specifically only for castles, for minifigures, for their LEGO Technique sets, or trains, for example. So really, they're showcasing the whole thing here. So if you wanted to have a dream LEGO room, basically, you have to go here. I'm telling you, it's amazing. Now, as you're going through the Lego store, one thing that you're definitely going to notice is there's a very big tree right in the middle of it all. They called it the Tree of Creativity. What it reminds me of specifically is a treehouse set of Lego, because in the treehouse set, basically, there are different huts basically on top of the tree, and here it reminds me of it because on each of the branches, as you go up the stairs or the floors, you'll see that there are different sets there. So it's really quite interesting to go up each floor and see what you can see basically. On a yearly basis, LEGO chooses different sets from different people that were sent to them, and actually they display it there for a year, and then after a year then comes another set from different people. So really they're showcasing what people are doing at home. So what I'm going to be showing you now is just a compilation of some videos that I took of different Lego City variations that the Lego house had. They were really interesting, and wow, if I just had enough room in my house, I would love to have something as big as those that they were showcasing there actually. One of the sets actually was quite interesting because you could actually see that there was a football match going on between Germany and Denmark, for example. And then on another city, basically, you'll also see that the Ghostbusters were there together with Scooby-Doo and the gang and the Mystery Machine investigating a haunted house basically. So that was... At the top floor of the Lego house, you will see the masterpiece gallery where you will see very large dinosaur sets, for example. But for me, the thing that really interested me was a picture of John Lennon, or a collage, let's say, which was made up of Lego parts with graphics, let's say. And really, that was cool to see because from afar, you don't see that there's something special. And then similar to the Lego logo earlier, once you go in here, you'll see all the details there. So before I end this video, I'm going to answer the one question that I'm sure all of you have right now. Is it worth going to the Lego house or not? And for me, that's a definite yes. To be honest, I really enjoyed my time in the Lego house, and I was there for a day. And when I think about it now, I wish I was there for at least 1.5 to 2 days because there was just so many things to see. It was really a very nice experience. And another thing is, if I had to compare it with Legoland, for example, because when I went there, it was on a weekend. So on a Saturday, we went to the Lego house. On a Sunday, we went to Legoland. And when I think about it, I really enjoyed my experience more with the Lego house. I'm saying it because you can enjoy different rides, roller coasters, for example. You can enjoy them in other amusement parks. Other amusement parks have those too. But when you talk about the Lego house, it's very unique. If you're a purist, if you're a Lego lover really, and you want to see and experience the different ideas or different environments of Lego, definitely the Lego house is the place to go for, especially if you're a fan. I'm not discounting the fact that Legoland is also nice, but when I just had to compare these two, definitely I would go for the Lego house. If you enjoyed this video, you know the spiel, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and if you have questions on the Lego house, leave a comment. I'd be happy to answer them. That's all I have for today. See you till the next video.